Hey, this is Ryan from Eminence, and in this 3-minute tip, I'm going to answer the question, how do I recover content from an old website even if it's not live? I actually got a question by email from someone who I think was just watching videos or found my website. In her email, she said, want to get content from a website created in 2011 using Intuit Website Builder. Is that possible? So I think what she's asking, and what I found out through this email chain with her, is that it's an old website, it's not live anymore. She told me the domain, and here is the domain. So when you go to it, it's not there. So she had content on this website in the past, it's not live, and she probably doesn't have access to the account. So usually you would think that this content is gone and you're never going to recover it, but there are a few tricks to recover content from old websites that are no longer live. So the first tool that I'm going to show you is archive.org. So if you go to this website, they call it the Wayback Machine. You can put in a website and it's going to search old cached versions. If you're lucky, it'll have a version of your website where you can pull some content from. Looks like this website, it does not have any cached versions after 2016. So usually you would just go to, and it'll take you right to the last version, and you scroll through the calendar here. I'm going to go ahead and click on this one and we'll see what it gives me. So there's nothing good there. I'll go one month back and see. So you might have to click around a little bit. I actually went back to 2015 and that had a cached version of the site. So here's a home page. There's a few pages. You don't always get access to all the pages, so I'm going to try to click on one and see if it works. So I clicked on this personal training link and it looks like it's going to load some content. So if I was this woman trying to recover this old content, basically what she can do is copy and paste some of this text. She can even save the images. A lot of times on cached versions of websites, you're not going to get the images. In this case, I think she's pretty lucky because it looks like she's going to get all her text content and the images. So if the Wayback Machine at archive.org doesn't work for you, there is one other option as well. You can go to Google and search for your domain, and if it's still indexed, then you can get a cached version of the site. You notice when I search for her domain, there is no index of it, so that would not be an option for her. If I was to search for my website, which is definitely indexed because it's still live, let's say next week my website went down, I couldn't access it, I could actually go to Google, click on this little arrow. This is assuming my site is still indexed, which usually after a week it still would be. I'm going to click on that little arrow, then click cached, and it's actually going to pull up the last cached version of my website. So this is another option if the Wayback Machine doesn't work for you, and if your site just recently went down, then this is an option. But usually the Wayback Machine is going to work, and it has older cached versions, and in this case it works fine. Sometimes again you're going to have versions from like 10 years ago and the images won't be there anymore, but a lot of times you can still get the text. So hopefully that tip helps some of you out who are in a tight spot trying to get content from a site that's no longer live. If you like this video, check out some of my other 3-minute tips, and we'll see you on the next one.